Okay, so first what you're going to want to do is set up some kind of storyboard so you know what your theme's going to be. Right here I made mine into a little basketball. This is the camera that I used. You can use any video camera or a still camera, it doesn't really matter. Here I have the beginning of the prop we used out of cardboard, and then we have a couple lights. And then for the background, I went on Google and found some pictures of a crowd to make it look like there were people in the background. And then here's the crowd attached to the backdrop of the set. Here I'm just cutting out some pictures and putting them to the background to make it look more, like an actual basketball court. So I'm gluing them on and, making the basketball court. Right here I found a picture on Google and I just set it up. Along with the basketball hoop, I used cardboard and a little key ring. And then here we have the little guys that I used. They're not, that great, but I used clay to make the uniforms to put on top of the little guys. You can pick any kind of props you want, but I just use these little guys. And I just got the clay and I started making these uniforms, and you can use whatever you want, but I used clay because it was a lot easier to stick on. And then here's the finished product before I put the little M on there to make the Wolverine. And then I have the little Spartan guy with the tiny basketball, just for kind of to show the scale. They're both little. And there's a little Wolverine. He's got the ball as well. And then here's kind of the whole set that I have. Obviously yours is going to be different. You notice the lighting. We have two separate lights to make sure that it looks, it's not all wobbly and different lighting. So first what you're going to want to do is get the characters, whatever you use, and set them up however you want it to begin. And I just put the ball on the ground, and then I had the little Spartan, and then you put the ball however you want it, whatever you're trying to do, and then you're going to move from frame to frame, and every single time you're going to move the characters a little tiny bit to make it look like it's live action. But every single time you do it, you want to make sure that you move each part of the set rather than just one little guy, because then it won't look like it's real. And then at this point you're going to want to set them up how you want it, and then step back in order to take the picture or record it. You move them how you want it, and then you step back, and then you take the picture, and then you're just going to repeat moving the guy a little bit each time. It's a repetitive process, so you're going to want to have time and patience because it takes a while to get it how you want it. Although these characters worked for what I wanted to do, you want to make sure that you get something that's sturdy enough, because mine kept breaking. But ultimately it worked, but you got to get something that'll last.